Hi guys, welcome back to Uza's Tribe. It has been a minute, guys. It has been a while. This master sometimes it's to do it like this. It'll choke you. Oh god, it'll choke you. For those who have been able to help with mock interviews, congratulations in advance. I really hope that you scale through and that we're not doing this again this year. For those who have not really had the time to help, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. It's been a lot here. So many deadlines choking me at the same time. I'm really sorry. Anyways, today I'm going to be very quick. Someone said I talk too fast in my videos. I'm really sorry about that. I'm going to try not to. And hope that the video is not too long, because then you guys would not watch it till the end. So there has to be a middle ground, okay? Today I'm going to be briefly talking about Chevening, your career plan, how to answer a career plan question during your interview, and how to ancillary questions like how are you going to contribute to the Chevening alumni community, do you have any questions for us, stuff like that. So let's start with your career plan. When you're at your interview, you're most likely going to be asked about your career plan. It's highly likely than unlikely that you'll be asked that question. It could come in several different ways. Could you give me your what do you intend to do, after the Chevening scholarship? Could you give me details of what you intend to do after the Chevening scholarship? Or in whatever way or form the career plan question is asked, when it's asked, you will know, okay? Or can you tell me about your plans for the future? You don't need anybody to tell you that it's career plan that they're asking you. Now, it's usually best to divide your career plan into 3 parts. Your short-term plan, I'm sure you've heard it in many other channels. Your short-term plan, which consists of your plans immediately you return from the UK, immediate plans after you return from your master's, / into 1 year, 1 year and a half, thereabout. Let's just say immediately you return to 2 years. That's like your short-term plan, what you're going to do immediately you return and the next 1 to 2 years after you return from the UK. Your intermediate plans are usually between 3 to 5 years, after you return from the UK. What would you be doing? What impact will you be making 3 to 5 years after you return from the UK? And your long-term plans are like 7 years, 10 years, 15 years after your return from the UK. That's long term. So what would you be doing in that time? Now, you want to make sure that your career plan is very detailed and very specific. And when I say detailed and specific, I mean you need to give us the how. So you're not going to just tell us what you intend to achieve. You're telling us how you intend to achieve it, the steps you're going to take to achieve it. And then when you're there, what are you going to be doing? I'll give you an example. Immediately I returned from the UK, I want to thank you very much for this question, Rita. Upon my return, my career plan is 3-pronged. I have a short-term plan, a medium-term plan of like 5 years after my return, and then a long-term plan of 10 years after my return from the UK. Upon the immediately I return from the UK, I intend to start off my non-profit organization with its major goal being at addressing financial dependence in women. Thus, my organization is going to be geared towards ensuring financial inclusion, financial independence for women, and ensuring financial independence for women. I intend to do this first by registering my non-profit with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria, as that is a requirement before I can start operations as a non-profit in Nigeria. Now you're telling me the how. I intend to do this by registering my non-profit with CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria, after which I intend to put out a call for volunteers via all social media platforms. I intend to run ads to gain visibility, put out a call for volunteers on all social media platforms, and then collate or create a very large volunteer group. I've also reached out to some or I will also reach out to some people like so and so, maybe Chevening alumni who I've met along my journey in the UK, this and that, and then we're going to come together to form a team of mentors for these volunteers. So we're going to mentor these volunteers, teach them all that they need to know, and then subsequently we're going to go into the field. I intend to source for funds from so and so ABC in order to carry out my first project, which will be the Empower Girls for Greatness project. With this project, I intend to do so and so. So you're not just telling me, oh, I'm going to register. I'm going to have, when I come back from the UK, I'm going to have an NGO, and the NGO is going to do this. How are you going to get that NGO? First of all, when you get the NGO, what are you going to do? You know, which skills have you learned in the UK that you're going to implement? I'm going to use my skills of, community networking, which I would have really honed in the United Kingdom, to, collate a very, very large team of volunteers that would help me with my first project, blah, blah, blah. 3 to 5 years after my return from the UK, I intend to, be employed by XYZ organization. At that time, I would have, I would have gotten the required skills or the required experience, merging my skills, gotten from my interpersonal skills, my research skills, my critical thinking skills I would have gotten from my masters in the UK, together with my non-profit skills I would have gained on the field. Are you saying that you're joining the dots together? My UK skills, I will now merge it with, in 5 years, by the time I merge it with the non-profit skills and the communication skills I would have gained at the grassroots, so experience now that you have gained from running your non-profit short term, you will now leverage on this experience and these skills to apply to this big organization, because they require these skills to employ you. Now, in your position as, let's say, associate or graduates, whatever, at this organization, I'm going to do so and so to enhance the rights of women. Maybe I'm going to, in my position as legal associate in a human rights law firm, using my skills I have gained and the experience that I have gained, my skills from my masters now and my experience I've gained from this non-profit that I've done in the past 3 to 5 years, right? 3 to 4 years. In this my 5th year now, I'm going to now leverage on these skills, as the requirement I need to gain entry into this organization. And then when I'm in this organization, I'm going to employ my skills of doggedness, resilience. I'm going to employ so and so skills, research skills, to help women in law courts, to help women in drafting processes, for their cases. Do you understand? So everything must flow. Your career plan cannot be like random things that people don't even. It has to flow. It has to, I have to see a progression. Okay, from here, this person is going here. From here, this person is going here. In the long term, I intend to become a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How? By then, I would have gotten the 10 years required experience in the legal field, as well as the skills of impartiality, communication, this and this, perusal of, I would have gained research skills as well, because as a judge, you really need research skills. All these skills, when I bring it together, I would have all my requirements to apply to become a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then, as a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will use my skills of doggedness and impartiality, to adjudicate upon issues that affect women in Nigeria. I would also bring, since there is like a paucity, like there is lack of judgments in this area, I'll make sure that I give new pronouncements that will form precedent or case law as regards this area in Nigeria. So there is a flow, there is a progression, and I'm telling you the how. See what these skills I would have gained, or see the skills that is required for this area. I've gained it. This is how I'm going to enter here. See what I require. See the experience I require for this next level. I would have gained it. This is how I'm going to enter. And when I enter, this is what I'm going to do. And then at the end, when you've given me your 3 goals, then you sum it up by saying, and I believe that Chevening is, the just what I require for this next level of my career. The Chevening scholarship will give me XYZ. this and this. It will give me the network that I would require. It will give me the much needed skills that I would require. It will help me undertake the research that I would need to be able to delve into this next level of my life. So you round it off with Chevening. I always say round it off with Chevening. It gives it a clean ending, and of course it brings them in. Finally, also I would say, listen to your question very well, because sometimes they might just ask you, can you tell me your long-term goals? What are your long-term plans, after your Chevening scholarship? Don't now start from the short-term. Just go into your long-term plans. But the way you're going to answer that if you know that your long-term plans, you require skills from your short-term goals and your medium-term goals, instead of giving your short-term goals and medium-term goals in full, just say, my long-term plans are, in the long term, I intend or I plan to become a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I would have flowed from my short-term and medium-term career plans, where I intend to have done this and this. Say it very briefly, and I would have gained the required experience I need, or the experience I require to apply to become a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then you now explain what you would do as a judge, what impact you're going to make. So make sure that your how is very important for your career plan. How are you going to do this? Don't go and start saying plans that are not measurable, plans that are so off. In the short term, I intend to become a director general of the World Health Organization. How would you do that when people that are more qualified than you, that have since are there, they've not gotten it? You just finish Chevening, finish masters, you just come back and become director general of World Health Organization, World Trade Organization. It's not possible, right? It's not measurable. It's not a smart plan. So make sure that your plan is smart, your plan is measurable, it is attainable, and it is measured. It is realistic, it is measured, it is doable, and show us how you're going to get there and what you're going to do when you get there. So that is that about your career plan. I hope I made sense. If you have any more questions, please ask me in the comments, and of course, I'll be sure to answer. Now, let me quickly move on so that this video doesn't get too long. If they ask you stuff like, how are you going to contribute to the Nigerian Chevening network? Or how are you going to contribute to the Chevening network? There are several ways in which you can contribute. You can do what I'm doing now, which is you can help Chevening source for amazing leaders. You can tell them that you have a very rich network of young people. I have a rich network of young people, around me whom I can influence, to apply for Chevening. I know that Chevening is looking for world-class leaders, and I have a lot of these leaders around me, so I can influence them through my blog posts, my writing, through my YouTube channel, through my Facebook posts. I can influence them through my church community. You can say that, right? You can also say that you can contribute, you can volunteer, you can contribute your volunteering skills or your time to volunteering at Chevening events, at any project that Chevening is doing. You volunteer your time and your energy, your dedication and your skills to this event. You can say that you intend to probably act as a panelist for Chevening in their interviews. So wherever it is they're short-staffed or whatever, you intend to come in and lend your time and your skills to helping out in these times. There are several ways. Be creative. There's several ways in which you can lend your services or your skills to the Chevening alumni community, because I have seen a lot of people asking me this question. So these are just 3 ways I've mentioned now, but there are several other answers that you can give. Okay. And then finally, I wanted to, for people that don't know, they're asking, when they say any questions for us, I don't know what question to ask. What question do I ask for any question for us? There are a plethora of questions that you can ask. Frankly, I can't give you questions that you can ask, but you have to read the room, read your interviewers. First of all, you must prepare a question beforehand just in case. But if you're someone who is spontaneous and you feel like you can come up with questions on that day, read your room. For instance, on my own, I think I asked them, there was a white lady on my panel, and I noticed that she had been in Nigeria for a little while. So I asked her, I said, so I'm somebody who's going to be going to the UK for the first time. I've never been outside the country. So I'm used to family, I'm used to food, I'm used to my culture. Is there anything that would shock me? Is there anything I should prepare for since I'm going to a land where I've never been to? And she was like, oh yes, so the food if you're going to be in a place, I can see your first choice is London. If you're going to be in a place like London, you're not going to have too many problems because London has almost everything you're going to need. It's a very diversified place. But if you're going to be in a place like Scotland, which is your third choice, then it's really, really cold. So you might want to prepare for the like drastic weather changes. There's so many questions you can ask. Do you understand? How Chevening intends to fund something you're going to do, but just don't ask a question that is too obvious, something you can easily see on the website, because the Chevening website is very detailed. So make sure that you've checked the website before you go and ask something stupid, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Don't ask a question that's too obvious, and don't ask a stupid question. But aside that, you can ask literally almost anything. Almost anything. Yes, I think this is how I'm going to end this video today because I don't want it to be a long video. I hope that I've been able to answer 1 or 2 questions, and I hope that I've been able to give you insights on how to answer these questions. Please like, share my videos, subscribe. Guys, please, let's grow this channel, okay? Let's get to 1,000 in the next, say, 1 month. Can we do that? I think we can. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.